Hello everyone. That was chirpy, wasn't it? My name is Paula. Lillian, what are you doing? Lillian, come on. My name is Paula and I think this might be episode number 27 of the Stitched by Mrs. D podcast. Come on then. Here comes Lillian. Her hair's a little bit of a mess today, so you have to excuse it. She has got bunches, but one is going north and one is going east. It's got a bit unruly. She needs a haircut, really, don't you? Hey, like a proper haircut, not just... I trimmed her fringe the other day, this bit, but I'll put them back in a little while, a bit better. So this is all about knitting, sewing, crochet, and I think that's it, just crafts in general, really, isn't it, Lillian? If you've never watched one of these episodes before, if you found me through Vlogtober, I don't have sections like most other podcasters do. I've just got a big pile of stuff next to me and I'll talk about it. She's sitting down. She's half on my lap and half on the table, very casual. I just talk about it as I take it from the pile. Now, I've got a new phone and I don't really know what I'm doing with it yet. Oh my goodness me. I wish you could see this. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing with it yet. And if you thought that my filming style was dodgy before, well, you're going to think this is shocking. But I'll try my best. I struggle with it. I look really, really pink. And I don't know which hole I'm looking in. I don't know anything. But you'll just have to, I was going to say, put up with it. But that's a bit rude, isn't it? It's a very rainy, dull day today, which I love. James has just called me. He's on his way back from work because he can't work in this weather. So he'll be home soon, which will be nice, won't it, to have Daddy back? If it dries, he'll take you for a walk, won't he? Just have a little bit of a coffee. I'm still on the autumn mugs. This is one of my absolute favourites. James bought me this one this year. It's a firework mug. Oh, we mustn't talk about fireworks in front of Lillian. She hates them. It was so bad on November the 5th, which is like bonfire night, Guy Fawkes night, that she well, we found out that Classic FM were going to be doing a radio show for animals to keep them calm. So we put that on for her, and James took Lizzie to the fireworks display. Johnny went with some of his friends and we stayed here. And I thought, if I go in the kitchen and put that on really loud and iron, she won't, because we've got one tiny window in the kitchen, she probably won't hear it. But she did still hear it. And she was laying on her back in her bed. I put it under the ironing board. And I was stroking her little belly and she was all relaxed. And the Hovis theme tune came on. You know, the theme for the Hovis advert. Dee, 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 dee. I never knew dogs liked that song, but apparently they do. And I felt emotional. I got all choked up. What else did we have, Lillian? We had a John Lennon selection. And then we had You'll Never Walk Alone. Oh, it was emotional, wasn't it? But it didn't really help. She was still a nervous wreck. Really bad. And then the next night, because the next night was a Saturday night, that was just as bad. So she was, I'd say, nervous wreck until, well, still Monday. Monday, I think. Yeah, she was just walking around the whole time expecting things to go bang. But you're all right now, aren't you? Everything's okay. She's just come in from the garden and walked mud everywhere. But I've got to wait for it to dry before I can sort it out. God, you're enjoying this, aren't you? I should tell you, I'm a full-time maker. I've got a shop where I sell bags and teddy bears. And that's on Etsy. And it's called Stitched by Mrs. D. and that's the name of my Instagram page as well, where you can find the pictures of the things that I make. And I said I don't have sections. I do have one section, and that is my shop section, which is right at the end, because I think not everybody wants to know, Lillian, do they, about what I've got to sell? It's not a shopping channel, is it? Oh, right. Shall we get on and show everybody what we've been making? I've got quite a lot because I didn't film anything at all. Well, I did. I filmed not every single day, but most days in October for Vlogtober. But I didn't really talk about what I've been making because I didn't want to give you any spoilers. I think you might have to go down, my darling. Look, why don't you go in your chair over there? Oh, Dennis, if you can hear funny like grunting noise, that's Dennis. You will have to have a Christmas haircut, won't you? You do normally have one before Christmas. Cool, I love her. She's so lovely. She's 9 now. She had her birthday in October. Right, what should we start with then? I don't really know. I've got a massive pile of stuff. Well, shall we start with a pair of socks that you would have seen before? And they're finished. These are the Prairie socks. I wonder if this camera is going to be any better than my last one. Probably not. I don't know. I don't use the good camera, the camera facing the other way. The truth is, it makes me look too clear and I look rough. So I just use this one. I look better on this one. Vain. Right, so these are the Prairie socks. I did make them shorter than the pattern suggests. This is a pattern by Kay Jones from the Bakery Bears. Oh my goodness me, I have made a lot of these socks, but I've never made short ones before. I just love a textured pattern, and I think that this pattern and also the Peter socks, which is another pattern by Kay Jones, is just right for any wool, and I just find it a nice pattern to knit actually. So I do tend to go, if I don't know what to do, most of the times I will pick the Prairie socks or the Peter socks. I just love them both. Look, I just love the pattern. I think this camera might be a bit better, you know. Now this wool is Gingerbread House by Stranded Dye Works, and it was a present from my friend Kathy last year. I'm trying to use everything that people have given to me as a present, so I feel bad not using it. But this is the right time of year, isn't it, to be using this, because it is Christmas soon. I'll put my Christmas room up next week. On Saturday, we're having a really Christmassy weekend. We're going to put the Christmas room up on Saturday, and then on Sunday we're going to go to a Christmas craft fair. What about that then? That is Christmassy, isn't it? Yeah, so these are... I haven't done this for a long time. I feel excited. Which bit am I? I think I'm looking at... Am I looking at you when I look at that? I should have tested this before, really, shouldn't I? So I knit these with 64 stitches. I did a twisted rib, and I've started doing shorter ribs. 12 rows is what I've started to do, and it really, really suits me. And I think they look nice with a shorter rib as well. Oh, hello, what we got here? A little bit of fluff. I don't really know what else I can say about these. I love them. I really, really love them. I just love looking at all the colours. What's your favourite colour in there? I think I like the little speckles of green that you get from time to time. They're beautiful. I can't wait to put those on. I always knit my socks on higher, look who's back, higher normals as well. Don't I, Lillian? Not higher sharps, higher normals, but I'll show you in a minute. I've got Doug here as well. He has moved inside, thank goodness, but he's got luxurious beds, and he has decided to sit on a piece of fabric that I'd finished with the other day, and I just put it next to my sewing machine, and he has taken to it, and that's his bed now apparently. Oh, I don't know, Lillian. He's a funny old thing. Oh, come on then. You're desperate to come back, aren't you? Not really enough room for two people on this chair. Oh, that's a nice cup of coffee. It's my second. I finished the last one about 10 minutes ago. Right. Another pair of socks. James is going to be so pleased now because he's been desperate for some new socks. All of his have got the toes out of them now. Not all of them, but most of them, because he does wear them. And I want to knit things for people that wear stuff. I've said this before, I know I've said it a lot of times, I don't believe in saving things for best. You've got to use your stuff, people. Right, so here we are. These are made from opal yarns, and the colour is Bus Window. I knit James's socks on a 2.75mm needle, which you'll see in a minute, and 72 stitches, and I've done his cuff as well with the 12 rows. I do like this. I found it nice to knit with because it's a really long repeat. So that green stripe there, that didn't come back until I got to the heel. So it was really interesting to see what was going to be coming up next. And I really like this speckled section here. It reminds me of blue tick colours. Did I tell you it's called Bus Window? I really like knitting with opal yarns at the moment. I nearly ordered some the other day, but James has got two more. Yeah, because he rejected one. He rejected two actually. I've got two more balls, two more sets of socks to knit for him in his wool. Actually, I think I've only got one. Yeah, that's all he's got left from the little selection I keep for him. Because he rejected this one and he rejected this one, but I know if I knit it for him. I am going to knit it for him. Yeah, so after I finish the next ones, I'll cast on that. Yeah, he will wear them. So he will be really, really pleased now. He can put these on tonight when he comes home from the gym. Or maybe he'll pick the next ones. They are lovely, aren't they? And it feels really nice on the needles as well. I don't think, had I ever knit with, oh yeah, the last pair of socks I made him, they were with opal as well. I really like it. Yeah, I did nearly order some the other day, but I did stop myself because I am controversially. Come round here, Lillian. Oh, I just banged my elbow again. I banged it yesterday, didn't I? I've decided, I know this is going to sound silly, but I don't think I want a stash anymore. I will still be supporting indie dyers because oh, someone's calling me and it's a mobile. Oh no, it says suspected spam call. Right, we'll decline that. I will still be supporting indie dyers because I use indie dyed wool to knit my teddy bear club, and I tend to do that once a month, so that, you know, I'll still be supporting people. But I just got, at the minute, I would like, when I get new wool arrive, I just think it would be really nice to be able to use it immediately rather than put it away. Can you imagine how exciting that would be to have something arrive and then not have the guilt of you shouldn't feel guilty about anything, but if I have something new arrive, I sometimes feel guilty about using it straight away because I've got so much other stuff that I haven't used. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean, Lillian? She's so sweet, isn't she? So yeah, I am trying to use everything up in my stash so that I can get to the point where I buy a skein of wool and I can cast it on the morning it arrives on the doormat. Can you imagine how good that would be, Lillian? You see, that's what I do with my teddy bear club wool. It's so nice to be able to just use it straight away. And I'd like to do that with the stuff that I buy to do knitting for myself with as well. I don't know if that works because I keep seeing stuff I want. We'll see. I'm always making empty promises, aren't I, Lillian? Right, I'll tell you about another pair of Jamesy's socks now. So I always get him to pick which ball of wool he wants to use next. And if you watched my Vlogmas videos, you'd have seen that after I'd finished these ones, I said, what do you want next, James? And he picked the wool for these. Now this is some of the Yorkshire Spinners, West Yorkshire Spinners. We're not in the middle, Lillian, are we? Let's move over. West Yorkshire Spinners, Sandra Rhodes collaboration. And this one is called Forest Stripes. Oh my goodness me, I loved making these. I'm going to have to be careful though, because I've never ever not felted West Yorkshire Spinners wool. I don't know how to do it. Yeah, and it's called Forest Stripes. Do you know what I did when I'd finished it? I treated myself and like rolled this up. Of course, I love rolling up wool into a ball. I rolled it up and like changed the direction every time a new stripe came up. Cut my fringe the other day. See, I've missed a bit there. I'll have to sort that out a bit later, Lillian. So it was the same again, 72 stitches, 2.75mm. I think these might be a bit longer than these ones. Yeah, they're a little tiny bit longer. Corey's going to be pleased when he gets back, when he realises he's got not just one pair of socks, Lillian, but two. She's ever so in the way. Yeah, I don't know what else I can say about these that I haven't already said about the other pair, but they were lovely. I did 12 rows of rib again. That does suit me, so that's what I'll carry on with. So we'll stick with the subject of James, shall we? I really wanted him, when he picked that stripy wool, I really wanted him to pick this one. And if you watched Vlogtober, I think you will have noticed that. So when I'd finished these ones, the stripy ones, I said, right, James, time to pick another ball. And he picked this one, which is what I wanted him to pick originally. This is called, I knew it had something to do with chess, it's called Space Chess, and it's an opal wool again. Oh, I really like it. Look, it's got turquoise stripes in it. That is the exact colour. I know it looks really dull, but that is the exact colour that it is. It's got sort of this purple stripe that runs through this mottled area there. Does that remind you of a tortoiseshell cat? Does me. I just get excited when I see one of these turquoise stripes coming up. I met my friend David for some dinner the other day, and I took these with me and was knitting them in the cafe. Right, darling, you're going to have to get down again. I know you're going to come back, but you could just sit behind me like you were before. Come on, sit behind me. She's very needy at the moment. Maybe she's not over the trauma of the fireworks. So when I knit socks on deep, well, I only ever knit on DPNs with socks. I have the stitches that will run along the front of the sock on this needle. So I've got 36 stitches there. And I split the back to the back stitches. So these ones will eventually become the heel between two needles. So I've got 18 on each of these needles. And I find that just such a nice convenient way to knit, because I just find it really easy to manage. I find the needles on 4 far too much, but on this, it's lovely. This wool, I don't know, I just really love it. I think next time I have to buy, because I usually buy Drops Fable when they have a sale, but I think I will go for this from now on, because the ones that I've made before have washed really well as well, which is good. So I just need to see how well it lasts with him. He is heavy on them, but at least he wears them. Yeah, so I'm now doing one of these purple stripes again. I haven't got to the end of this repeat, I don't think. So yeah, this is going to be interesting as well, to see how it knits up. Once again, these are higher steels, and I use longer ones to make James's socks. I think these ones might be 20 centimetres, but the ones I use to make my socks and the girls' socks are 15 centimetres. Oh, that was a nice little bit of knitting I did then. Oh, I'll quite happily carry on. Is this the one? Yeah, this is it. It hasn't got, well, it's all in German. It hasn't got space chest, and I just happened to find the receipt from when I bought it the other day. So that is lovely. I made this bag for myself ages ago. It's all vintage fabric. I've got some nice vintage fabric. I've been wondering about having a shop update with it, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm a bit too selfish and want to keep it all for myself. Right, what could we tick off? So we've spoken about that. We've spoken about that. And we're on to the next thing. Oh, next thing is something that I didn't make this. My Meg did. She has started knitting, which has made me so happy. And she said to me, now this is my little baby doll. She said, Mum, can I make your doll a jumper? Because she's trying out all different things. And I said, oh yes, please. I'm not going to tell you this doll's name because I don't think you'll find it appropriate. Lizzie has got this doll's twin, and they've got names that go together. But I think some people will be offended by the. I don't think I've looked at you the whole time yet, have I? I've just looked at myself. This is my little baby. He's a little boy. I'm not going to tell you what his name is though. And Meg made his jumper for me. I helped her. And I just love it. Isn't it lovely? I stitched it all together for her, but she did all the knitting, and she did it quickly as well. I think it took her a couple of evenings. Oh, you are grubby. I need to give you a wipe over. He's cute, isn't he? Look at his little pyjamas. Yeah, this is my baby, and Lizzie's got one as well. But we're not going to tell you their names. It's not bad, because, you know, she's a little girl, isn't she? So it won't be anything like sweary, but some people might be offended. Yeah, so lovely Meg has made me this, and now she's making as well this massive like scarf thing that I hope that she'll give me as well. Right, you can go back over there now with your brother. Right, what we got next? Shall we show... Speaking of Meg, we'll talk about Meg's jumper now. This is nearly finished, and it would have been finished, but... Right. So, she asked me if I would make her a Marceline's cat jumper. Marceline is a character from Adventure Time, and she wore a jumper which I think was knit for her by Princess Bubblegum. If you don't watch Adventure Time, which I don't, well, I have watched it before, but I don't really get what's going on, but I know what the picture looks like of this jumper. So I just found, so I said, anyway, sorry I'm talking rubbish. I said, yes Meg, I will make it for you, because I looked up the picture and found it and thought that I would be able to do it. So I took her to my local wool shop, and she picked the colours that were appropriate for it. And then I looked at the picture of, well, let me show it to you and then I'll tell you how I made it. So here we are. I've got a cat on the front of it. So I made this chart up. Now what I did was followed the pattern for Joji Locatelli's basic raglan pullover up to there. I just wanted to get the shape in, and then I've just gone my own way for the rest of it. So as soon as I finished that, I realised that I was right in the correct place to start the cat. So I looked at the picture. I asked Meg how, I showed her, no, I tell a lie. I knit the back first. And then when I'd made the back, I said to her, Meg, how wide, show me with, like, on this, how wide you want the cat to be, because then I would know how many stitches I needed to make the chart so that it would be the right size for Meg. So she showed me. So she marked out how big she wanted it to be and how tall using the stitches on here. So I got some square paper and I marked it out. That's the point. I told someone I'd send them this chart and I haven't done that yet. I will though. Right, it's a bit rough, but I marked it out like that. And I started it, and then I decided, so I just did it in the red, and then I just went around the outside and did a black stitch all the way around, because that is what it is like in the because this is a cartoon character's jumper as well. I stitched these little I always call them whisker dots. I stitched those on with duplicate stitch, and then that was that. It was really easy, really. It wasn't that hard to do. So I'd already knit the back, and Meg had tried it on and she said, yeah, perfect. So I then, once I'd finished the cat face, I knit the rest of the front to get to the right size. She tried it on. Too short. Have you ever looked after a kid before where they've either hurt themselves or something has gone wrong, and they go completely silent for a minute, and you're bracing yourself because you know there's going to be a massive scream, and they go, and then all of a sudden the noise comes out? That's what I felt like doing when I realised it was too short, because I'd already stitched it all together. Oh, that's another thing I did. So I knit the top in the round, and I'm knitting the sleeves in the round, but I knit the front and the back flat because I didn't want to do intarsia in the round. I like going backwards and forwards with it. That is really close to what I wish I could put a picture in here, but I'm not that sort of person, am I, to do that. That is close to what the actual jumper looks like. Anyway, so I stitched it all together, so I had to undo the stitching that I'd done, and then I unravelled the rib. And this is why it's taken me so long, because I really put that off because I just couldn't bring myself to do it. And it honestly, when I started doing it, it was not a big deal at all. I'm such a drama queen, I really am. It didn't take me long. It took me an evening to do it again. So then I got onto the sleeves, and I got her to try on my Whitmore. I said, look Meg, these are called bishop sleeves. They go straight down, they're nice and baggy, and they're nipped in at the waist. What do you think? She put on my Whitmore and she went, oh, I love it. So that's hers now, she's got it. So I've done bishop sleeves for her as well. They look tapered, but they're not. They were knit completely flat, and then I've just nipped it in at the wrist. I can show you his bed now. Look, it's horrible. This is what he's choosing to lie on rather than a, look, just a flat piece of fabric. He loves that though. It's even got a safety pin underneath it. What was I saying? Oh, I don't know. Well, I think I was talking about the sleeves. And then there's this colour block here of red. So it shouldn't take me too long. I'm pretty sure I'll have this done for her to wear by Sunday. I hope. It's nice though, isn't it? I do wish I could show you. Google Marceline's cat sweater and you will see it. Yeah, so that won't take me too long. I let her pick whatever wool she wanted from the wool shop, and she picked Stylecraft Special DK, and the grey is called Grey. Oh, and I can't remember what this one is. It might be burgundy. I don't think it is though. Oh, I'm ever so sorry, I can't remember. I'll tell you next time. I'll look it up. So that's how that is getting on. I did like making it. I have liked making it, apart from when I realised it was too short. I really built that up in my head, that job. I thought that was going to be a massive job to sort out, but it really wasn't. Sometimes you just got to do things, haven't you, and not put them off. And I'd say 9 times out of 10, they're not as much of a big deal as you expect it to be. Right, so that's Maggie's jumper. Let's have another little bit of coffee, shall we? Right, let's cross that off the list. Oh, it's not even on the list. I'm not very good, am I? Right, more socks. Oh, I made a lot of socks this month. So I was very, very, very lucky to test a new pattern by Kay Jones from the Bakery Bears. Now these are for Lizzie, and she has been itching for me to tell you about them so that she could have them. And when you see them, you're going to understand why. Oh, it's fluffy. So these are called the Floofy House Socks. Oh, can you see that? So I already had this wool in stock because I was going to make her a pair of the cozy, I think they're called cozy reading socks, which is another Bakery Bears pattern. I've got all the little bands here. So this is what I used. It's called Sirdar Snuggly Cashmere Merino. It's a DK yarn. I can't remember what I was going to say now. Oh, the colour. Oh, shade 464. I don't know what the exact... I think it might have been called blush pink, maybe. And yeah, they're DK. I've never made DK socks before, and now I have. I want to make more. These took me a couple of evenings to make them from scratch, from start to finish. Can you see that? And I held it with Wendy Air, which I've had for a long time, which is 70% kid mohair and that wouldn't add up to 100, and 30% nylon. Now this has got Kay's new butterfly heel. Can you see it? Oh, and I really, really enjoyed it. I just enjoyed the whole thing. I love the way they look. I'll tell you what it reminded me of, knitting this, what these two wools held together. It reminded me of like a sort of chenille. Do you remember chenille jumpers? Here we are, this is what I've got left. So I bought two 50-gram balls, and that's what I've got left of each one, and that's what I've got left of the Wendy Air. And I think this is only 25 grams. I can't see it written down on the tag. Yeah, 25 grams. These two held together were like chenille. Now the intention of these is to be worn, well, the name suggests, doesn't it, floofy house socks. So they're not to be traipsed about round the building site like James's socks are. They are after bath, lovely, cosy socks. And that is exactly what Lizzie will use them for. She loves anything fluffy, so these are just right for her. I think I might make her another pair as well. Can you see how lovely they are? And they've just got that little bit of lace down the front. Yeah, they were just lovely to knit. Bloody little. They were lovely. I shouldn't swear, should I? Do you think bloody is a swear word? It is really, isn't it? Not if it's not used in the right context. Yeah, sorry, I shouldn't say it. I do say it quite a lot when I'm doing vlogs, don't I? I'm not offended by it, but I'm not offended by swearing full stop. I don't do it in front of you lot though. Anyway, yeah, these were lovely. Lizzie is going to have a treat tonight when she gets home as well, so she'll get to put those on. Although she is going to my mum's tonight for tea. Oh, he's back. I've just been showing everybody your bed, Doug. Right, what else have we got in the pile? Oh yeah, this is another pair of socks that I've got on the go. So I cast these on. These are actually for me, these ones. I found, I think it was 3 skeins of autumnal wool. And I couldn't decide which one to cast on. In the end I picked this one. This is a Guy Fawkes themed wool, and it was dyed by Biff Sugar Yarns. I bought it last year and I've cast it on this year. Oh, I just love it. When I got it, it's so different to what I normally would pick. But that's what I like about clubs, you see. You just don't know what you're going to get. You see, this is, imagine if I subscribed to a yarn club next year and I made something with the wool. Imagine if I, like, as soon as it arrived, I'd love to do that. So I'm just knitting everything that I've got at the moment. Although I have nearly run out of stuff to make jumpers in. Well, jumpers won't count. I'm talking about hand dyed here. I'm going to use my hand dyed stash up, which I've been doing for a while, really. Yeah, so I can't remember what it's called now, but it was a club from Biff Sugar Yarns, and I am making the Cliff Walk socks, which is a pattern from the Handmade Sock Society by Helen Stewart, and it was Handmade Sock Society 2. I've made a pair of these before. You can't really see the pattern very well on here. Maybe when I've done more you will be able to see. It's lovely. I'll tell you what I'd like to make a pair of these out of next. I've got some, let me show you. I'd like to make a pair out of this, which is something I picked up on a trip that I went on with James when he bought that, well, when he got the stripy wool. I'd like to make a pair like in a solid colour. So that, I think I might do that next because it's such a nice pattern. I won't mind making another pair straight after at all. I wish you could see it properly. Maybe if I go like that. I think I can't really see it that clearly either. I don't think I've picked the right pattern for the wool to show both up, but I'm loving the combination, so I'm not going to stop and rip it back, Doug, because I like it. Yeah, so that hopefully I'll have a bit more to show you on those soon. But I've got to get Meg's jumper finished first before I carry on with these. Lovely jubbly. I have made a pair of Cliff Walk socks before with some wool that I dyed myself. Right, what have we got next on the list? I haven't finished, have I? No. Right. A lot of people ask me how I'm getting on with my Yuletide blanket, which is a pattern, a crochet pattern by Attic 24. Here we are. That's Doug's belly making that noise. He's now having a bath, so if you hear like licking noises, that's him. Can you hear it? So I have stalled on this a little bit, but that's just because I've been doing socks. I think I want to do this over Christmas and then have it done at the end of Christmas and then put it away and bring it out next Christmas. I think that would be lovely. This is how I'm getting on. It's lovely, isn't it? I look forward to that teal colour there coming up. And I love the green, which I'm on at the minute. I do love it, but I don't like that mustard colour up against the brown, no, the burgundy colour in the middle. I just don't like that bit. I wish that a different colour had been used for that. That's just my own personal ridiculous opinion. So I bought a kit to make this with from Wool Warehouse. I don't know where I was last time I showed you, but I haven't done very much on it. I've done a couple of rounds, but now I'm looking at it, it's making me itching. I just want to do everything at the minute. It is lovely. Yeah, I feel like I want to get all cosy over Christmas and crochet this and get it all done and then put it away with the Christmas stuff and then get it out next year as a surprise for myself, because I'll probably forget about it. I'm thinking, and I don't know if you'd like to watch it, but I'm thinking about doing a vlog about putting up the Christmas room, because it takes a whole day. So I thought I might do a vlog about it. I don't know if anyone would be interested though. Where's my hook gone? It might still be in the bag. It's my other needle though for my Madelines cat jumper. Where did I put the bag for that? Oh dog, it's not very professional, is it? Oh, here it is. Put that in there because I'll want that later. Got the Grand Prix qualifying tonight. It's a sprint race this weekend. Oh my goodness, I just love that. I hope that they do more next year, because it is like getting 2 for 1, 2 races for 1, because they do a race on the Saturday to determine the order for the Sunday. I just love it. I just really like Formula 1, and I haven't even got a favourite driver. I know this is going to sound ridiculous. I don't really like to talk about it with people. If James tries to have a conversation with me about it, I haven't really got anything to say about it. I don't analyse it, and I haven't really got any opinions about it either. I just really, really love watching it. It's weird, isn't it? I just really love it, but I haven't got a lot to say about it. I said before, I haven't even got a favourite driver. I just love watching it. Right, what else we got? Well, I'll show you this now. So when Meg put on my Whitmore the other day, Lizzie said, oh, I tried on that the other day. This is the Whitmore sweater by Amy Loudon, by the way. I tried on that the other day and I loved it. Can you make me one? I said, yes I can, but I've got to finish Meg's jumper first. So I said, what colour do you want, Lizzie? You can pick any colour in the world. And she actually picked this, which is what I bought this last Christmas with some of my birthday money. It's Starcraft Highland Heathers, and she said this was the exact colour that she wanted. So I said, Lizzie, I've already got some of that. So I'm going to be making Lizzie a Whitmore with this. This colour is called Heather, and it matches my coat exactly. It's nice, isn't it? I think it's going to knit the Whitmore really nicely. Cool, I'm itching to start this, but I'm not going to until I've done that sleeve. I've found with sleeves, I know this is going to sound silly, but you know when you go on a journey and it seems like it takes ages to get there, and then on the way back it seems to be really quick. That's what I'm like with sleeves. The first sleeve seems to take me ages, and then the second sleeve seems to fly by. So I don't think it'll take too long to get it done. So this is next on the making list. Oh, can't wait for that. Ooh, right, I think this might be the last thing I've got to show you actually. Until I get to the shop stuff. I've got some shop stuff to show you next, if you want to watch it. So I finished another pair of socks. These are the Liberty lace socks, which is a pattern by, it's Becky Norman, but she's Bex Creates, and on the pattern it says Rebecca Norman. But if you look up Liberty lace socks, you'll find them. Look at them. So this wool was a present as well from a nice lady called Fiona, and it's Lay Family yarn, and it's called Bombshell. Oh my goodness, I've enjoyed knitting with this. Can you see the pattern? Now this is the sort of pattern, so it's a 4-row repeat, but doesn't it look longer than 4 rows? And when I was looking at it, when I was making it, I couldn't work out how the stitches were making this pattern look longer than it actually is. Do you see what I mean? That looks like a lot more than a 4-row repeat, doesn't it? They're so pretty. And then on the back of the leg, they've got that little bit of lace as well. They're just beautiful. Beautiful. And you can pick which heel you want to do with them. So I picked what I normally pick, a slip stitch heel, which is my favourite part of a sock to knit. I just love doing a slip stitch heel. No, I just love a heel. I love the whole of this section from there to there. I just love, and yeah, I just love it. Look forward to it. And then you can pick which toe you do as well. There's no instructions for the toe or the heel in the pattern, but there are links to suggested ones that you could do. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I made these on 2.5mm, and it's got a 2x2 twisted rib cuff. Did I do 12 rows again? I think I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I did 12 rows for the cuff again, which I just like. Why do we have to do 15? Most people put 15, don't they? I think it's going to rain again, which is good news for me. I do love a little bit of rain. Yeah, so look at all these lovely socks that I've made this month. It's lovely, isn't it? If we fold them up nicely. I do like a pile of hand knitted socks. These have all been on my desk for a while now. Lizzie's going to be happy. James is going to be happy. I'm going to be happy. I think Meg is after these ones actually, because she loves, I know this is Christmassy, but she loves autumnal things, and I think that these, I know they're Christmas socks and I know it's Christmas wool, but I think that they will get Meg's approval for autumnal. Oh my goodness gracious me. That is annoying me, that little bit of hair. It's just lovely, isn't it? Does that give you the goosebumps, tingles down the spine? Oh dear me. Beautiful. Now, I've got some stuff that I haven't worked on. So I've got my Ashbrook Shaw by Tammy Gore. I haven't done that for a little while. And I'm also knitting myself a jumper from Rowan Felted Tweed. It's a Susan Crawford design, and I haven't done any work on that one either. But I'm going to start that up again when I finish Lizzie's Whitmore, because I just want to strike whilst the iron is hot. I just want to, if people are requesting stuff, I'm going to make it for them, because I have got a lot of stuff and I don't really need much more stuff for myself, I don't think. See, Lizzie loves handmade socks now as well. So does Meg. So this is good because I've got a lot of socks, so it's good that I've got another outlet to send them on to. Oh, this is nearly cold now. We're going to the college tomorrow, a local college, to have a look round for Johnny and Meg. We're going to go and have a look at the cookery department for Johnny. They've actually got a restaurant in there, like a fully formed restaurant, so that the people who are doing the hospitality courses can practice serving people and like how to manage a restaurant, and then the people who want to do the cookery and catering and learn how to work in a kitchen can do it whilst actually serving members of the public. I've never been up there, but apparently it's really, really good and it's really, really cheap. Yeah, so we're looking forward to that. So Johnny's going to go and look at the cookery department, and Meg, she is going to go and have a look at the graphic design and the art and design section of the college, and I cannot wait to get in that room. I was looking at the course the other night, and they get to try out all different varieties of art and design. So they can do ceramics, printing, textiles. I said, Meg, you don't know how lucky you are to be able, can you imagine, like being able to spend all day in a craft room? I was saying to my friend like yesterday on the phone, I said I could never get my head round when I was at school people who didn't like art. I wasn't very good at the drawing stuff. I was more, I like textiles, and I did a GCSE in textiles. I made a wedding dress. The theme was recycling, and the carrier bags for Tesco's in those days had blue stripes down the middle. I don't know if anyone remembers. And then they had like white panels either side, and I cut away the blue stripes and kept the white panels, and I made a whole wedding dress out of these plastic bags. It was awful. No bride in their right mind would ever wear it, but it took me ages sewing it all together. I can't remember what mark I got now. I'll have to look that up in my record of achievement. Have any of you still got your record of achievement, that great big brownie red folder? Cool, they made a big deal out of that when I was little at school. I don't know if they give them out now. Well, I'll find out, won't I, in May, when Johnny and Meg finish school. Right, so that's the end of the making section, but now I'll talk about my shop. In my shop I sell teddy bears and project bags, and my next shop update, I've written it down here as well, is Monday the 15th of November, and it's at, oh, sirens, Lillian, can you hear them? And it's at 6 p.m. and it's my last Christmas update. This is my 4th of 4 Christmas updates, and I'll show you a little bit of the stuff that I've got coming into the shop. Oh, I just want to say, all my advents have gone out, and I've become obsessed with the tracking of them. They took me so long to make and so long to pack that I've just been obsessed with it. Now there's 2 in America. If you're in America and you haven't received your advent bear yet, have a look at the tracking link that I've sent you. One is at the sorting office, and the other one has been attempted to be delivered on the 1st of November, and they've left a card. I just really want them to be picked up and like be in the proper where they should be. I've sent tracking links to everybody, and I've also sent one person a message on Instagram. So have a look, and if you haven't got your bear, if you use the tracking link, you'll see where it is. Honestly, I've been obsessed with it. I couldn't concentrate on the telly last night because I was looking at it. And I've done a spoiler video for them, so I'll share that with you at the end of Vlogmas. Right then, people, so this is some of the stuff that will be in my shop on Monday. Not everything though, because I've still got some bits in construction that I'm going to finish after I've finished talking to you. So I've got some new bears coming to the shop. Come on girls, over you come. Oh, you're not jingly. Oh, I haven't sewn your hair bowing yet. Right then. So these are new bears. I haven't made any like this before. I would describe their hair colour as teddy bear ginger. So I'll just tell you what they are called. So they're a bit bigger than normal. And they've all got lovely dresses on. Now this one is called Jolly June. I've got to stitch her little hair bow in. So it's Jolly June. You don't jingle yet, but you will, won't you? Now you do, don't you? This is Molly Mistletoe, and she's mine and Lizzie's favourite. She's got a little bell round her wrist, which actually came off of her Lindor reindeer. There she is. We really like her. We like her face. She's got a lovely mistletoe dress on. Who have we got here then? This is Bonnie Bauble. She's got a lovely Liberty Bauble dress on, a lovely bow at the back, and a lovely red bow in her hair. They're all going to a party, and I'm so glad that no one picked the same outfit, because you know what girls are like about turning up at parties in the same outfit. And this one is called Polly Pine Tree. And look, her mum has stitched a picture of Santa on the front of her dress. She's got a nice bow at the back, and they've all got knickers on. So they're all going to the party. So if anyone would like to pick them up from the party, they'll be available. I just love that noise. They'll be available on Monday. And now, oh, you all look lovely stood there together. Shall I give you all a cuddle so everyone can see you? You do look nice together. They will all jingle like that. I'm going to stitch a bell to their knickers. They're not quite finished. Don't they look lovely? I'd like to walk around like this all the time. Right, stand back over here then, you can have a dance. You don't want to be Ned Dog, do you? He sleeps on the bin. Well, not anymore. I shouldn't keep bringing it up, he gets embarrassed. There you go, girls. Right, so I'll just show you a few of the bags. This isn't all the bags. If you'd like to have a look at the rest of them that will be available, I'll post a picture of them on Instagram on Sunday. Right, so I've gone for some bows this time. I do love a bow. I've been making bags with bows on for years. When I first got my sewing machine, I just went through a phase of making bags with bows on them. I've got a lovely picture of some lined up on my neighbour's gate. So that one's just a little sock bag. And they're all pretty on the back as well. And then this one's a bit bigger. This one's a bit bigger. I do like this one. You know I like a bit of gingham. They've got bunting on the back. Oh, I like this one as well. Lots of little reindeers on that one. And then this one is extra large. This one was, these were all hand stitched on. Yeah, so that's just a few of them. So that's my last Christmas update. And like I said before, they will be in my shop on Monday the 15th of November at 6 PM, and that is my last Christmas update. No more Christmas stuff. I didn't really find any Christmas fabric this year that blew my socks off, that knocked my socks off. I don't know why. I looked, but the reindeer stuff is something like I had that last year as well, but I just didn't find anything to beat it. So yeah, it's nice though. I just love red and white at Christmas, and gingham, bows, Christmas puddings. Oh, I did use the Liberty Christmas stuff, didn't I? That was nice. Right, so my birthday is the 1st of December. And on my birthday, I am going to have a big birthday shop update. And I'm going to call it my Birthday Bonanza Special Favourite Update. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Sometimes I just see fabric and I just couldn't resist this. And I think I know why. Now, look at these little kids here. This is birthday themed fabric. When I was little, I had a cot with these transfers stuck to either side of it. You know, I just couldn't resist it. And then, so I've got it in blue and pink. Oh, it's just lovely, isn't it? I feel, cool, James will laugh when he hears this. I feel all nostalgic when I look at this. I don't know why, it just brings back nice memories, and I wouldn't even remember when I was little. I've seen pictures of me though in the cot, and I've got a yellow lemony version of it as well. Oh, I couldn't resist. And then I've got all of these to go with it as well. So this is what I'm making my birthday shop update out of. Look, they're all just the best colours in the world. I'll show you a couple at a time. Oh my goodness, look at that one. I did show you some of these on Vlogtober, but if you didn't watch it, look at those lovely dots. And presents and flowers. More flowers. Oh, I've got so many ideas for these. I'm thinking of bears in party dresses, balloons, flowers. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to start work on these when I finish my Christmas things. I can't wait. I'm watching Married at First Sight in Australia at the moment. Look at that one. It's just lovely, isn't it? So that's a nice big stack of fabrics. So I'm going to make my next shop update out of all these lovely things here. And they'll be on sale on the 1st of December, which is my birthday. I will share the details of that next time though, because I am going to come see you one more time before Vlogmas, because I am going to be doing Vlogmas this year. I've got my jam advent calendar. Me and James are going to be tasting, hang on, I'm going to sneeze. Sorry, I would edit it out, but you know. Yeah, we're going to be trying mince pies, taste testing them. I've got my green lambkin yarn advent calendar, and James has picked up a pork scratching advent calendar. Can you believe it? I didn't even know that there were varieties, so that's going to be interesting as well. Johnny is going to be getting the Star Wars Lego advent calendar, and it's just my favourite time of the year. So the next video I'll make for you will be my putting up the Christmas room video, if anyone's interested. I'll do it, and then if you know, you don't have to watch it, do you? Because if you didn't watch me last year, I completely changed this room. All of this lot gets put up in the loft, and all the Christmas stuff gets brought down. I've got a whole new selection of stuff. It's like changing rooms. Christmas edition. I think that'll do now. Did you just hear Doug make that lovely noise? He's beautiful. You lovely boy, aren't you? He just likes his scrappy old bit of fabric. Well, I think that'll do. I hope you're all okay, and I'm sorry I haven't looked at you through the whole thing, but it's the new camera. What am I looking at you now? I'll watch it back and I'll have it worked out, ready for next time. Alright everybody, I'll put a link to my shop in the description box if anyone is interested. Right, I'll see you all soon.